every day I wake up, I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I get to hang out with a bunch of kids that impress everybody. You should come visit and see how much work these kids do all the time, every day, all day. The door's always open. Mi casa es su casa. I am from Compton. I graduated from Compton High School in 1988. So come visit me at home.
No, and I really want to say that's really true. I met Mr. Reynoso and his class probably 3.5 years ago, just coming to stream a live event, and it's been just amazing to watch them grow ever since. So thank you very much for all that you do, Juan. You don't get half enough credit for everything you do for these kids. So thank Mr. Reynoso right there. So the gentleman who edited the video for Dr. Jackie has his own video reel. He's a young entrepreneur and also a public speaker at the age of 14. And so
Jeremiah
this is
Jones is just
youngin.
13, but that has not stopped him from having his products appear on national TV, on the front page of Yahoo, and also on Colin Kaepernick himself. Please welcome Jeremiah Jones, also known as Jay Youngin.
You see, positive energy keeps me moving forward. Positive energy keeps me from not giving up. You have to be greater to want to surround yourself with more positive people. So that's why I'm here today, to let you guys know. Never give up. Never give up, because if you give up, you never would have known what you could have done. Never give up today, because if you give up today, you never would have known what could have happened tomorrow.
Has gone into business selling custom t-shirts and other merchandise.
Eyewitness News reporter Leanne Suter tells us he wants to succeed and motivate customers at the same time.
In actions.
The message is positive and have great character and to be doing good at school and have fun. Is music, football, sports, anything you like.
Young is about academic, sports, and character. That's why we're out here with our community. As long as you have the determination that you can be successful, you will. I'm out here. I want to build a reputation where I'm accepted and loved everywhere. Our rewards program acknowledges students from perfect attendance all the way to principal's honor.
Actually, I came up with the concept to have my own business when I was 8. And when I first told my dad, he didn't believe in me. So with that being said, believe in yourself.
It impacted me in a good way. Got so many opportunities to impact my own peers with a positive message. I'm a leader and not a follower.
Yeah, leader, not a follower.
Right. What does that make you feel like? That makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I did what I was supposed to do.
14-year entrepreneur, business owner, motivational speaker, community activist, and mentor.
So this is a film written, directed, produced by Jay Youngin, and it's for sale on Vimeo right now. Called Peer Pressure.
Smoke? Do I smoke?
Yeah, you like me smoke.
What happened though? Like,
You like Shelly.
what's up, Shao?
What's up, Jay Youngin?
Nothing much. What you been up to? This my boy Shao. He's Japanese, but everybody say he black. So we're going to your house, right? Yeah, I'm at 2K, man. I can't play. I broke my wrist. Well, I'm about to tell you.
I need you to get back at me. You don't look. You don't need to be looking in there. Take the look. Hey, I know you need to holler at your pops, though, right?
Yes.
Commissioner, you got your clothes.
That's not what I do.
Give the kids. Well, look, I'm talking to you. Jay, what's working?
This is my boy L.
Jeremiah, I just have one last thing.
Yes.
How do you deal with the peer pressure?
He's from the city of Compton, but that's he would say, bomb.
Baby girl, I love your flavor. Don't you want some money? You trying to make some money, right? Why you acting stupid now? What you about to do?
I couldn't kick it with you.
Oh, you have a girlfriend.
You don't be getting influenced by nobody, you hear me?
You think I look Chris? Gotcha.
Don't get mad at me. I get to show your number.
Jay Youngin.
Give it up for Jay Youngin! Come on, Jay Youngin. This is a young movie writer. He's going to do great things. Come on, let's encourage Jay Youngin. Jeremiah Jones.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jeremiah Jones. Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me? Okay, my name is Jeremiah Jones. I'm a 14-year entrepreneur, business owner, and I'm also youth commissioner for the city of Long Beach. And I also have my own clothing brand that I started back when I was 8 years old, now I'm 14. The name of my clothing brand is J. Youngin and Company, and it focuses on academic, sports, and character. But my main message that I want to get to people in my generation is that you have to believe in yourself and you can never give up. Because when I was 8 years old, when I went to my father and told him that I wanted to have my own business, he didn't believe in me. But that didn't discourage me. It just gave me more motivation to keep going up to him and let him know this is what I want to do. And I just want to let people know there's going to be tough times where you want to do something and it just feels impossible. But you just have to believe in yourself, never give up. And also just have a little bit of faith and determination, and it'll take you a long way, because when you have a little bit of faith, that shows that you believe in yourself. And I just want to say thank you guys for having me here.
Give it up for Jay Youngin.
In closing, again, thank you for giving Compton this space. But in the middle of your conversations, I don't want the message to be lost. We need your partnership in Compton. We're doing great things. We have great scholars. But we want to partner with experts to come into our district to do things we in traditional education can't do. We really don't have the corner on STEM. We don't have the corner market on media or entertainment. But yet we have scholars whose dreams align with those very things. If you're interested and are inspired to partner with us, please come and see me, because I am here to open the door as wide as it can go, because I have a mission and a movement to do something for our young people, because they are the future of tomorrow. Thank you.
So I want to see if I can raise Mr. Rock Dillard here, who is from the DOD, and he has some direct opportunities available that we really want to have you guys hear from Rock. So see if I can get him here. So Rock, I don't have your video, but I have your audio, and can you say hello?
Hey, good evening. Can everybody hear me? Excellent. Am I on?
You're on. You can see them. They can't see you, but they see your picture, Rock. So
wonderful. If my picture moves, let me know. Hey, Terrence, how much time do I have?
You got about 5 minutes, and then we'll go to Tariq, and then we got to wrap.
Okay, wonderful. Well, listen, greetings and salutations to you all from the East Coast. I got to tell you, you sound like you're having so much fun. I really, truly wish I was there. Let's give yourselves a big round of applause. As Terrence mentioned, I work in the Pentagon. I'm the responsible for diversity and inclusion management, but I'm also responsible for strategic communication. And I got to tell you, that's the fun part of my job. You know, I sit where many of you sit now years ago, okay, in high school. And I got to tell you, you know, I wasn't as serious about school as I should have been. But when I got out of high school, guess what? I got a PhD right away. Everybody know what a PhD is? Public high school diploma. Yes, I did. Trust me. And I got to tell you, that was important because that was a start for me. So when I finally got into college, of which I was fortunate to do that, I never looked back. And I wanted to do something different. So what I did was I majored in mass communications, a lot of what you all are interested in today. And that's a good thing because I thought it would be fun, of which it is. And fortunately, after all these years, I'm back doing that in the Pentagon now. But I wanted to say to you, I'm so happy to know that you have so many senior executives, experts in technology, conference entertainers, and so many others that are in the room with you tonight. So I'm going to ask you to give them a round of applause. Now, you see, I asked that because, and I give Kevin and Terrence and all the others, the General Gray, credit because the bottom line is you don't see this every day. In the Department of Defense, we call these individuals centers of influence. So you're very fortunate that they're there tonight. But I gotta turn and flip the coin and say, for the centers of influence, you're also very fortunate to have Compton High School, the students and the teachers there. So let's give them a round of applause. And see, one common theme we heard tonight is they are our future. And that is true. And the last doctor that spoke, thank you so much for your certainly excitement and everyone that was been on tonight. But what you talked about, that partnership is critically important because we need to depend on each other. We need your mentorship, and the students need to certainly come back and learn, and they will give back because they'll come back and be with you. Now, what I would say is in the Department of Defense, I mentioned to you I work at the Pentagon. We're talking 2.7 million people. We got 30,000 people that work in the Pentagon. That's just to give you the size of how we support the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, and the civilian sector. But I got to tell you, I spent 26 years in the Army. I retired as a colonel. But guess what? Now I wear a suit. So I'm on the corporate side. And a lot of people don't realize we got a corporate side to the military. But guess what? We're ran like a corporation. Guess who the CEO is? The Commander-in-Chief. Can anybody tell me who that is? Absolutely. President Obama. It goes right down to Secretary Carter, to all the secretaries of the forces. So we got civilian run. So I want to talk to you about the civilian aspect of what we do. What you're working on right now with the media, the digital, all that good stuff, we got 200 plus jobs in the Department of Defense. And many of them are right in that field. I got to tell you, you think about CNN. Okay, you think about CNN, we've got a facility called Defense Media Activity that rivals CNN. I mean, we're in 177 countries. You know, we deal with news, information, entertainment. You know, everything you can imagine that you do in Hollywood, CNN, that's what we do with Defense Media Activity. So we want to give you an opportunity to look at the Department of Defense. Certainly, you can look at it from the military side of the house in this same field, but you can look at it from the civilian side too. We have internships. We have where you can come in from pathways once you're in college. We have where you can join right in. And I'm going to ask you to write this down: godefense.cpms.OSD. And I'll give this to Kevin later because you can go on and look at some of those career fields and look at the opportunity for doing this. Now, we also have a Defense Information School. All this is on the East Coast. They train you in anything and everything you can imagine. I got to tell you, not bragging, but Department of Defense, you know how we train our soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines. We do it from the day you show up to the day you leave. So what's important about that, for the centers of influence, the reason why you want to partner with these students is, guess what? You're going to get them back, and they're going to be super duper trained, and they're going to take it to the next level for you. And bottom line is, so that's where we want you to mentor and work with them and collaborate. For those who will join you now, that's a wonderful thing. You decide to come into the Department of Defense and go back to LA, you'll be that much more better for it. So I want to tell you that anything is absolutely possible. I say reach for the sky. Kevin Clark is now working with something in Riverside. We got a Defense Media Activity there, so I think you can learn a little bit more about what we do. So do a little research. Know that we're wide open. They gave a little country guy like me an opportunity to be where I'm at today because, again, I sit where you sit. Wasn't real serious about school until I really wanted to get into the media piece like you all. And one day I'm hoping that you'll be where I'm at, so I can just sit back and enjoy and just be so thankful that you all have moved to the next level that you have worked so hard for and you so richly deserve. So with that, I want to give you a round of applause because I'm thankful for what you're doing. I'm super proud of Kevin and Terrence and everybody for what they're doing. And you certainly have Compton on the map. We recognize, as Mr. Smith said in Washington, D.C., the great things you're doing. And I just want to salute you and take my hat off and say thanks so much for not only what you've done, but more importantly, for what you're going to do. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rock. We really appreciate those inspiring words. So we have a couple of folks here. We have one last person, Tariq Royal. I'd like you to come up. We've got a couple of minutes. Tariq wants to share a little bit. He's got a little spoken word and a little bit, just to give a little lead up. If you Google Compton rapper shot in the head, that's Tariq Royal. It just happened a little over a week ago, October 12th? The 13th of October. And he's here with us, and that's a blessing right here. So, Tariq.
Good evening. My name is Omar Tariq Bradley, the nephew of former Compton Mayor Omar Bradley. I just graduated from Compton Unified School District at Centennial High School, class of 2015. Thank you. And tonight I would like to perform for you a piece that I wrote for Compton Unified at their African American advisory committee, the first annual advisory committee. I wrote this for Compton Unified students, and I'd like to present it to you tonight. It's called BLACKU. Black is beautiful. Black is me and you. Black elders, black youth, your pain is to the roof. Black elders, it's up to you to battle the world. Set example for those who came after you. Black youth, I know how it feels to be you. How can I be so colored, yet so see-through? Half don't got a dad and mama injecting lethal. Neglection is so depressing. But even worse, too much attention. Her uncle's erection was pressing. Oh Lord, send that little baby a blessing. Listen, black is beautiful. Black is Compton Crips rocking blue, and Bompton Pyrus toting rockets too. Zimmerman shot Trayvon. The Carvers shot Stunner too. They kill us. We kill us too. The type of stuff we worry about as youth. They say the way to make it out is through school, but it's pretty hard to make it through school without someone to guide you. Black elders, black youth. Black is beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tariq. We really appreciate that. And so I want to invite you guys to take a look. One of the things that we're doing as Dakar is helping to empower Tariq to get his own YouTube channel. Yeah. When he gets it, I want you guys to subscribe to it. I work in digital media monetization. We're going to make sure that the 1 million views that came from other folks on the pain that he had can go to his channel and his monetization. So that is what we're here. You know, he is one of the folks that we're just beginning with for Dakar, even out of high school. Our hope is to reach someone like Tariq in kindergarten, middle school, all the way through here, so that way by the time he gets here, this is already done. Yeah. So just understand, this is the opportunity right here to begin to explore what we can do as a group. So I want to thank you very much for sharing your story with us. So the last couple of things we have, Dr. Jackson wants to introduce a pastor who's here with us to say a couple of words. We're going to have a couple of words from Kevin to acknowledge a few folks, and then Leah is going to take us home.
Really, really quickly. A big part of the Black and Latino community is the church. The church is the hub because that is where we go to find relief, to fellowship, and to talk to one another, and to really get re-energized to go back out to do what we do. This is an unusual pastor, community leader, unique person who is taking his own church in one of the most difficult areas of South Central Los Angeles, a place where, have you heard of, and might have heard of, killing 100 people in 100 days. Well, he has risen up and decided to have an innovative change on his own building, which used to be a supermarket, turned to a church, and now turned to a community purpose. He's taken the bottom of his church, renovating it with the needing of help and partnerships to create a hub for technology, for learning, and for intervention for youth in South Central LA. Just for a few seconds, let's recognize the pastor, the young pastor of the 88th Street Temple Church of God in Christ, Anthony L. Williams.
Thank you, Dr. Sanderlin. Hello, everyone. I'm not going to be before you long. You know, pastors like to talk. And I know we're tired and it's been a long day, but it's such a wonderful opportunity to be here. I pastor a church on the corner of 89th and Vermont. They have labeled it Death Alley. There has been murders and killings going on there for the past 20 years, but the last 100 days, there's 100 killings in 100 days. And so every time you turn on the news, you see a shooting in South Central. I'm in the heart of that area. It's between the Rolling 60s and the Hoover Crips. And my heart has gone out because one of the members of the church was murdered outside the gates of the church on the corner. And so I was pressed to meet with the gang leaders of both auxiliaries and the head founders of these gangs, which are now turned community activists who I have on a panel helping me reach the youth of that area. We bought the church. It was a Safeway supermarket, long story short. And so I have about 13,000 square feet downstairs, which I have totally renovated to make it a safe haven for children, for gang members who are trying to get out of the gangs, for computer training, for technology, and for partnership. Dr. Jackie Sanderlin is a great friend of mine. We grew up together. She has brought innovative ideas, and we're trying to make a difference. There has been calm in the last 6 weeks. There have been no killings in our area. That's God. And we need more partnership. We need opportunity. I've met with a few television stations that I want to do computer training, training them to do the audio visual for CBS, NBC, said they would donate equipment to train some of the younger men. They just need opportunity. There's so many gifted, and they're crying out for some help. And so it's not enough to say we want to do a difference. It's time to roll up our sleeve. We don't want to hand out, we want to hand up. And so we want to help the young people of that community. And so we're looking to partner with anyone that wants to make a difference. I know Compton is supposed to be on the map, but South Central Los Angeles, it's not Death Alley. It's going to be Life Alley by the time we get through with it. So we're just looking to partner with anyone that wants to come and make a difference in the children's lives, and we want to catch them early and let them know there's other opportunities, there's other options besides what they just see. So I want to thank you for this opportunity, Dr. Sanderlin, and God bless each and every one of you for your endeavors of coming tonight. Thank you.
We got one more thing.
Hi, I just wanted to speak briefly on the situation, and just in case anybody wondered, and it's just been weighing heavy on me. The shooting that occurred, you know, these guys, they were gang members. They were going to kill some other gang members. We just happened to be driving by. Me and my friends in the car are not gang members. We live in the community. We're relatives and friends of these gang members. We can't avoid them because these are our families and our community members. And it's just like the world doesn't understand really how this affects communities. You know, the Parus and the Compton Crips, they're touching. They share streets, and then they kill each other. Next door neighbors killing each other. Friends I know who grew up with each other, and I'm not gonna say any names, but one used to always go to the other's house when they were little. He knows his mother, and now they're from rival gangs. They're my age, just graduated high school, and they're trying to kill each other. This is real, and like the world knows this, but they don't understand this pain. And you don't have to be a gang member. You can be totally positive and still be affected. I was almost killed by a gang beef that had nothing to do with me. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. In my community, you shouldn't have to fear your own community. You shouldn't have to watch your back where you're walking around. And nobody focuses on stopping this really. Like, what is the main problem? What is causing this? Where is this coming from? How is this erupting? Nobody focuses on that. And that's one of the main messages I want to portray, not just with my music, but with programs, creating programs where we come and speak to the youth and really guide them and give them information. Lack of information is really deadly. You know, education is so important, and not just in the classroom, but about everyday life. We're not educated on a lot of things. It's a lot of ignorance going on in the hood, in the ghetto, and the world just seems to just turn away from that. And okay, we know what's going on in the hood, and we might down talk the hood, but we don't try to dissect the problem and really try to stop it. And I know it's possible because being from these type of neighborhoods, these gang members, these killers, they're so intelligent. A lot that I know are so intelligent, and it blows me away because I've been moving around from Compton to various suburbs my whole life. I mean, and my family, they're politicians, so I've met people from different walks of life. I can talk to gang members and I can talk to senators. And so coming back to Compton and just realizing how intelligent these gangsters are, it's like with the right education, they can become something much greater. And there's so many stories of people who were great at something such as athletics or writing music, and they became street killers because they fell into that lifestyle. They had so much greatness going for them, and now they're fighting life sentences. And these are all people I know, and I'm sure there's millions of more stories that I don't know that are also as tragic. And it's so easy for people with influence to come in and make a change, but they don't. And so I'm just asking everybody here to just, have a heart and do what you can to come into these communities and make a change. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tariq. We appreciate that. So with that, I'll turn it over to Kevin Clark from Dakar for a few acknowledgments of folks.
Well, all I could say is that the operative word for all of us should be mentorship. If I can, is there anybody here who has the courage, the time to donate to this cause by standing up and saying, I want to be a mentor? If you can stand for me. I want to be a mentor. If you can stand, I want to see all the people who want to be mentors. The first thing we learned when we signed up for My Brother's Keepers is they told us that we had to go through a mentorship boot camp. We had to put a lot of effort as well as sign our name to a database that was run by the Department of Juvenile Justice that clears and screens and background checks everybody so that we can make sure they're certified, not just in protecting the kids, but protecting you from people who could possibly hurt your reputation. So it's a good place for us to start to make sure everybody's certified. So if people who are standing can help us by going to a link that we'll give to you, you can be cataloged as a person in music, film, TV, technology. And then we can then start to take that data and analyze where we can best use you. And that process is really important as we leave this room because we've done this 3 times now and we only got 2 names in the database. So Terrence has set this database up and we've been volunteering with Compton for like 4 years now. And we've seen a lot of people come and go and we know you just need to get on the right bus. So I want to recognize a couple of people who've made sure that they will help us get on the bus. Okay, you can sit down. Right,
but we do want to set up a sign-up sheet or a way that we can get at least an email address. I'll send you the link personally. Set it up. It's with mentorship.org. If you look up the card there, but literally, I'll set up in the back to get a card or a name for an email address, and we'll contact all of them.
Right. So we did have a guest book, so a lot of people signed the guest book. But if you can't sign the guest book with an email address, we can send you the link, and then we can figure out how many people want to. Well, if you go, remember the website link?
Okay.
But I wanted, but before we leave tonight, though, there's some people.
Jay Sanderlin.
Oh no, it's the mentorship link.
Jay Sanderlin at Compton.k12.ca.us.
Okay.
Jay Sanderlin, Sanderlin.
Can you tap it on that message?
Oh yeah.
I'll get you guys.
So in closing tonight, again, I wanted to make sure I acknowledge some people that are part of this link. people who've really got something to say and do, and I want to acknowledge them right now. So can Jay Tucker please stand up? Jay has created something called the Digital Pathway Initiative, so we'll be sharing a lot more about that. He is a leader in the community, but he's also at USC. He runs the Information Content Technology Management think tank for USC. I also want to acknowledge someone who showed up today. We just met him on Saturday at the Oscar Film Summit. His name is Richard Gibbs. Just want to see if he can show himself to everybody. If you can stand up, Richard. Richard was one of the few people at the Oscar Film Summit who was on a panel with a lot of Academy Award winners who said that he is willing to take one, maybe two students, whether it be high school, community college, or university, and offer up an opportunity for them to work in his studio. But if you don't know who Richard is, Google him or IMBD and you'll recognize. I also want to have Rochelle Jefferson. Just met her also at the Oscar Film Summit. Can you please stand up? She's got a wonderful story to tell. She works for LAUSD. And she's one of the people who has learned through a generation of educators. And one of the things we want to do was to open all of the things that we have learned about working with public schools. And we want to open up all of our information, our data analysis with LAUSD, and hope that they can receive it and help us figure out how to help them help us be better mentors. So thank you, Rochelle. I also want to recognize Dr. Lenina Holloway. If you can please stand. Terrence and I are filmmakers and technologists, but we found our way through Compton, through Dr. Holloway, about 4 years ago. And she is the great niece of a Tuskegee airman who was shot down and killed in action in 1945. And because of Dr. Holloway, we were given an invitation to work with her class, work through the district, and learn as much as we have about public schools. So again, I want to thank Dr. Holloway for introducing us to Compton High School, Compton Unified School District. I'm probably forgetting some people, but I'm going to turn it back over to Dr.
So we have 1 last minute for General Bray. Wants to say one closing comment here.
I'm going to go very quick, if I can. Tariq was so on point about talent. How many of you have ever heard of Freeway Rick? Raise your hand. Freeway Rick. He was a gentleman from out of LA. He was illiterate. And he made over $1 billion+ doing something illegal. Went to jail. I met him here in Kansas City, as a matter of fact. And he was telling his story, and his story was not that about the money he made. It was about the fact that he made the hustling because he didn't know anything better to do. But when he got to prison, he was taught how to read. He has read 300 books since he was in prison and released, and he is now taking skills, knowledge, and abilities that he had innately inside of him. Just like Tariq said, there's a lot of talent, not just in that room, but in the streets. And we've got to get them sooner and go further and further because it's there. We've got a great nation, but everybody's got to be allowed to come forward. All of you in the room, thank you for what you're doing. Thank you all for being part of this, and thank you for allowing me to be part of your lives. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you very much, General Bray. We appreciate that. So really quick, just I'm gonna, before I hand it over to Leo to close us out here, if I can get my act together here, I have the website link from my email, and you guys can take that down. If I could ever get my Skype down. There we go. Hold on. I'm almost here.
And by the way, the art of the deal, all of it up. Get their information. Do
Yes,
not let
yes.
them-
So the link here is mentorpro.org/VRS. Find an opportunity. Vol Express Inc. And our program ID is 12201. You're typing. And again, anybody who leaves us your email address, I will email you this. I know.
And also, we have T-shirts with the website that we'll post the link, so that you can just click on the link, and you'll be able to go to the mentoring.org site. So if anybody wants the T-shirt, it's our business card. So we're just going to put T-shirts in your hands.
Okay, and then we'll give it to Leo Rogers for a last few words, the closing word on this.
Hang on. Kevin, hold off. Kevin, hug him. Okay. Kevin. Hello, that's Kevin. That's, hang on. Hello. You should have held off on the T-shirt. Hello. We just want to. So you should have got the T-shirt. We want to acknowledge and thank everybody for showing up. And remember, this is about the students. It's not about hello, time out. Hello. What do you have to get the T-shirts out? Hello. Please, we're trying to close out. Kevin, I'm gonna whip your butt about them T-shirts, man. So we just wanted to acknowledge one point I want to make is that, and this is to the Compton High School students. I want you guys to know that there is nothing that you can't do with the right guidance. I used to be one of you. Trust me, I tell people all the time in the industry, I haven't always been a record executive, and trust me, I have a journey. And it was some guys back east. I grew up back east and by the way of Oakland. You don't have to tell. And so, but there was guys in my life that I hung out with when I was 15, 16 years old that were drug dealers and junkies. And I used to hang out with these guys in apartments while they shooting heroin. And these are guys that I wanted to be like them. And they said, no, this is not for you. You go over there and you watch TV until we're done. And so it was folks like that and the people that were the biggest mentors for me were junkies and pimps that guided me, okay, to where I'm at. And so I just want you guys to know that you can turn your life and you can be guided the right way with the proper guidance of the right people, mentors in your life. And unfortunately, the mentors in my life were people that had lived that life and knew that it wasn't for me. And I thank them to where I'm at today. Thanks.
So thank you, everybody, for showing up. If you have not signed the guest book or dropped off a card, please come up, sign the guest book, drop off a card. We will get you the information to be a mentor. Thank you very much.